Every week I do a weekly budget where I show you how I'm going to budget my money for the week, including how much I have to spend. However, I usually just make a reel and it's just a couple of minutes long, so I don't get the chance to go into why I do what I do, why I do cash stuffing, and people make assumptions about my money, my budget, about me. And to be honest, I'm not really bothered about that, but I did think some people might actually want to know a bit more. So here is a real-time version of my budgeting. No edits, no cuts, no speeding up. If you can't be asked to watch it, I don't blame you. I will also post a reel. But everyone else who is interested, let's get down to the good stuff. This week's budget is 800 quid. That's the budget after the mortgage has been paid, all the utility bills, the phone bills, the mobile bills, the subscriptions, the Netflix, the Xbox, the kids' school dinners, the kids' transport, and the kids' pocket money. And just to clarify for anyone who wasn't in the know, this is my money. It's not my partner's money, it's mine. We both pay out the exact same amount each month for the household bills. And the way we organise that is he pays for most of the bills, I pay for some, and I pay for all the food. So the monthly amount is exactly the same. Okay, now I've cleared all that up, it's time to get into it. Also, if you want to know where I've got this cash budgeting stuff from, link in bio. Going in with a food shop, we budget £150 a month for the food shop. That is for 7 people in the household. This appears to be the most controversial thing about my budget. I get comments every week about how I must be bringing up the family on beans on toast. I mean, there's nothing wrong with beans on toast. But I genuinely home cook food at least 5 nights a week. And then the other 2 nights, I might just get frozen pizzas or something. Or maybe it's a birthday meal and we've eaten out. I don't really know why it's controversial. I don't really find it difficult. I think maybe the key is just in the planning. I do plan ahead. And if I'm totally honest, I do usually have a little bit of money left over too. I don't even shop at Aldi and Lidl. I literally do it all at Tesco. So the tips for success are make a meal plan a week ahead, and don't bother with brands. Next is I put £30 towards my petrol. And here's just a side note, I am totally aware, I am not ignorant, I know £800 is a lot for a week. And partly this is why I do what I do. I don't want to waste it. I want to make the most of it. Early in my 20s, I was a single parent. I had 2 young children and the debt snowball began. By the time I had my 3rd child, I was knee deep in debt. I even had a full-time job as a qualified maths teacher. And my outgoings were still more than what was coming in. And that continued for several years. It was only about 5 years ago that I just decided I didn't want to do it anymore. I wanted to pay off all my debt, maybe start investing and make my money work for me. So I didn't just pay off the debt, I got another job, which was where me and my partner trained and qualified to be supported lodgings providers, which is fostering for 16 to 21-year-olds. Another bizarre one, people don't think that foster carers or supported lodgings provided should get paid or that it isn't a job. It is a job. It took us 2 years to qualify. We undergo training all throughout the year. So yes, we do get paid for it. If you have any questions about that, pop them in the comments, and if I can answer it, I'll get back to you. Anyways, back to the budget. 50 quid went in the vacation and 20 quid went in the birthdays. I should probably put more in the holiday fund, because when we come to book flights, I never quite have enough. This week I'm going to put 100 quid in the car fund. That's because I finally booked in my car MOT and service. And my car's making some funny noises, so I'm pretty sure it's going to need repairs. So I've got 400 quid in here now. I'm really hoping that this comes in under budget and I just get to keep an extra 200 quid. That would be a proper bonus. I could put it towards a red light therapy panel. Has anyone tried them? Are they any good? I refused to put money in housing this week because I spent 80 quid in B&M last week on all housey bits, so not happening. And then I put another tenner in the clothing envelope. Now this isn't just clothing, it's for the kids basically. It's kids clothing, or if they need haircuts, new school shoes, this will cover them. And the last envelope in this binder is the savings. It's not actually savings, it's my holiday pay. I currently work as a kind of supply teacher, so we don't actually get holiday pay, which is fine. I can more or less soak up the half terms, even the Easter holidays, but it's just summer holidays. 6 weeks of no pay is, you know, a bit much. So I'm saving up £40 a week so this can cover my summer spends. So last year I put away £30 a week and, you know, it was fine, it was something, but it just wasn't quite enough. So this year I'm doing £40 a week for 2026. Hopefully that should do the job. And then we move on to the Christmas tin. I've already started next year's Christmas tin. I just put £20 a week in here. And if I've got any budgeting leftovers in the week, I might pop an extra tenner, an extra 20 in there. This is another one of my top tips. If you haven't got a Christmas tin on the go, get one on the go now. You will be so grateful next Christmas. And you don't have to put £20 a week in. Just put a £5 in. Every little helps. The financial pressure that is applied at Christmas is sometimes too much. So even if you've saved £5 a week, it definitely relieves a bit of that pressure. It's not even just about the presents. There's always like Christmas events, Christmas meals, party outfits, Christmas jumpers. And definitely use one of these tins. Then you're not going to be dipping into it all the time. And then the satisfaction of opening that tin near Christmas and counting all the money. Oh, it's bloody lovely. Another comment I get all the time is, why do you do cash? Why not just use Monzo Pops? Now, if you're like me, the cash does something to my brain. I don't want to spend it. I want to hold on to it. Whereas a card, it's like ignorance is bliss. I can just tap away, la 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 la. I don't know what my balance is and I don't care either. So if you're someone who feels reluctant to spend cash, maybe cash stuffing would be for you too. Okay, back to the budget. So I've counted up what I've got left. I definitely want to save £300 this week, but there's another £80. And I may have forgotten to buy a few presents, so that 80 quid is going in this present wallet. And hopefully this weekend I can get the last of the presents, and then Christmas is done, hallelujah. And just for clarification, I don't keep this money in my savings wallet. I do put it in the bank at the end of the week. And here's another tip for you. Don't put it in an instant access savings account. Put it in one where you need to give at least 48 hours notice before you make a withdrawal. This definitely helps prevent all the impulse purchases. Again, if you want to know where my binders are from, my tins, my money holders, I've got an Amazon list. You can just click on the link in my bio, or I'll add a link to the description and go check it all out. And finally, if you found this useful, helpful or inspiring, let me know. If you want me to do more long form videos, I'm quite happy to talk to myself for 7 minutes. Or if you want some help starting cash stuffing, I'm your gal. Questions, feedback, advice, all welcome. If you got this far, thanks for watching, guys.